Be ready to go on YouTube. So things looking pretty good for this evening and not seeing any major concerns for right now. So definitely some good news there. Welcome to Thursday. We are on a little bit earlier than usual because of the fact that we have some recordings going on in the studio into the next several minutes. Coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern time is 9:37 Eastern on the 2nd of May. It is Thursday night, but that means that we record some stuff that goes into the weekend. So if you have any questions of things, we're just starting a little bit earlier than usual, nothing much more than that, so definitely want to find out more about what is happening with the weather, and we will help you do that here in just a little while, so stay tuned for more with News 12. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. It's been a beautiful day. We've got more clouds on the way. We've also got the potential of some storms. Yes, but as of right now, and very pleased to be able to say this, that we do not have anything in the way of any severe weather coming up. We're still in severe weather season, at least we're coming out of that. May through about, give or take, October, November, around this area is where we see the potential of the severe weather potential really knock off. Then we get into those summer doldrums. So we got about 6 months. Now, that's not to say that it can't happen, but it's a lot less likely coming up at this time of the year. So something to think about there if you live in and around this area. Where are we? We are coming to you live from Chattanooga, Tennessee, southeastern United States. Bringing you more information from northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, western North Carolina, and most of southeastern Tennessee. That's our area that we cover. We'll take a look at radar. We do have a few sprinkles out there tonight, but otherwise not much more than that. And also seeing, again, indoor activity may not be the worst idea you could have going into the weekend. Again, I don't see anything showing up in the way of major problems, but I do see the potential of maybe some outdoor activities being curtailed just to be on the safe side. So something to think about if you are going to be heading out the door relatively soon. All right, I think we're going on YouTube, so let's go ahead and get going for tonight as we see, again, a beautiful evening for right now. So far, we do not have any major concerns for the time being, but we could see the potential of some problems out there as we go into the next couple of days. So if you have any plans for outdoors, again, definitely want to think about keeping an eye on the forecast before you head outdoors, just to be on the safe side. So that, again, is where we're going to be seeing the main problem. If you're just brand new to this, again, leave a comment in the chat function of Twitch or YouTube. Still not on Facebook, and I think Facebook doesn't want me back anymore, so I think I'm going to stop trying, because as of right now, it's very difficult to be able to say that I'll ever get back on Facebook because they won't accept any of my IDs. So I can't do anything while my account is locked, so you probably will not see me on Facebook for now, for the near future, or who knows, ever again. We'll have to wait and see about that. We've got, again, the potential for more of this moisture getting a little bit closer to us. News 12 viewing area here, again, southeastern United States, Florida, Atlantic, Gulf, Mississippi Delta back over here, mid-plain states, and lots of clouds and rainfall back to our west. So it's just scattered activity. We do not have much of anything in the way of severe weather. Some activity, some severe thunderstorm watches between Lubbock and Dallas, some special weather statements in parts of the Mid-South up into around northeastern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, and then we've got some areas of light showers taking place. We are not seeing much of anything to worry about for tonight. Again, remember what you're looking at is all this moisture that is over this direction toward Middle Tennessee. That area of showers, let me move this over by just a little bit. That is where we're seeing the best potential of rainfall. Okay, the computer is going to be cranky, so hang on 1 second while I reset this. We've got some showers and only showers over portions of Middle Tennessee, and that that's it. We don't have much of anything else going on. This activity southwest of Huntsville, west of I-65. Some of that might make its way over toward northeast Alabama, DeKalb and Jackson counties, back toward Grundy County, Marion, Sequatchie, and western Hamilton County. We might pick up some of this later on tonight. But for right now, I really don't see much of anything happening in the way of chances of rainfall coming up. So definitely some good news there. But again, we do see that potential of more showers coming up into tomorrow morning. So please keep that in mind if you're going to be doing anything outdoors. Starting off with, again, the bus stop forecast. This is where we see, again, the potential for some rain, showers, and thunderstorms early in the morning, better chances in the afternoon when the kids are heading home from school. So we may see that potential out there through the rest of the day. So outdoor activities, you're going to have to take that into account, where we do see, again, the potential for more lightning through the rest of the day. And that is what could be a danger if you're going to be out on the water. If you're going to be out on the playground, I know there's a lot of field day activities going on that could be seeing some problem. One place you do not want to be is on a broad, flat surface out in the middle of the green with nothing to protect you. So if there's any sign of lightning out there, you want to be in a safe place. It's going to be warm. It's going to be a beautiful day to be outside otherwise. But in the meantime, if you're heading out for golf, playground, anything in the way of outdoor activities, we do see the possibility that that could get kind of dangerous. So first sign of lightning, first rumble of thunder, off the golf course and back indoors again, and wait for that storm to go 30 minutes or 30 miles away. It's called the 30-30 rule. So keep safe, keep it tuned to News 12. Go to our website for more information. I don't know if we have the lightning tracker on the storms on the radar on our website. I think we do. I'll have to check on that, but that could be a very handy tool to keep around throughout the rest of spring and into the summertime. So keep that around. Never can tell when that might come in handy. Hazy nights. You can just barely see the constellation of Orion. Beautiful sunset from earlier tonight from Lee Point on the Plainview outdoor advertising camera. No less a beautiful view from downtown. Gorgeous conditions. The night has finally fallen, and again, very nice conditions out across the area, very much on the mild side. Patriot concrete camera, north flank of Lookout Mountain, Ruby Falls entrance, being able to see right there. We had some pretty good backups earlier tonight around 2475. Not the case for right now. Excuse me. And we may see some slowdowns in traffic coming up. Chip will have your forecast bright and early on Friday morning. Chattanooga Theater Center, Coolidge Park, the footbridge, not totally clear of pedestrian traffic, but again, a beautiful night out there for getting out and about. And likewise, let's see if we can see anything. The sunset has gone from the Chattanooga Zoo camera, so just barely able to see some of that sky shine off to the west, but again, a beautiful sunset out there for earlier on. Temperatures very mild, back in the high 70s. Winds are calm at the airport where this reading is being taken from, and dew point temperatures a little higher, but humidity decently dry, so we do not have much of anything involving a heat index, nor did we have anything from earlier on today, so good to know about that. Temperatures nearing the 10 o'clock hour, we are back into the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s across much of the region. What does it look like for tonight? We've got that first storm system on its way, and this is going to be giving us the potential for some more rain. Again, the winds generally, you see the markers there coming up out of the southeast, but 5 to 10 miles per hour, so we're really not looking at too much of anything going on here. And shouldn't for, it looks like, for the rest of the night. So I think we should be okay overall where it comes to rainfall. As we zoom out a little bit, notice we have a warm front approaching, which is going to give us the potential for some very stable temperatures, warm conditions overnight, mild at the very least, and then chances of rain coming up through the Mississippi Delta as this storm system heads in, the cold front overtaking the warm air across the mid-Mississippi Valley. High pressure and low pressure to the west driving this system forward. New area of low pressure developing back to the southwest. So we will see more potential of showers and thunderstorms as this system tracks on through the area. Now, for overnight, I think this is what we're going to be winding up with. Temperatures by tomorrow morning, you're really not going to need the jacket, but kids at the bus stop, again, could use some rain protection and as well on the way home. And with the heating of the day, best possibility in the afternoon of more widespread thunderstorms, but doesn't look like a huge concern for now. Could be some wet travel, could be some slowdowns on the roadways, but again, not bad. Saturday morning, widespread scattered areas of showers and thunderstorms. Those will stick around and become more widespread into Saturday afternoon. Overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, we kind of drop the rainfall a little bit, but we're still going to see some chances of rain, especially as this system gets a little bit closer to us as we go into the rest of the weekend. So notice what happens. Sunday morning, not too bad, not seeing too much of a problem there, but then we get into Sunday. Very warm, extra sunshine could develop more thunderstorms, and those will last from Sunday night right into Monday morning. So as you get up and go to school or work on Monday, that is where we may see the potential problem with getting the kids to school on time. And we're not done with the rain. After that, Monday afternoon, more scattered activity. And then we see the potential of even more activity coming up as we go into next week, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. We're also going to see, again, some very toasty conditions, much cooler back to the west behind that storm system out that direction, and much warmer conditions going into this next week. More potential of some very warm numbers right on in through about mid-May. This medium range forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, that's available at cpc.ncep.noaa.gov, or just go to noaa.gov and look for the Climate Prediction Center. You'll find that stuff there. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for tonight. Island Cove, beautiful. Orion, I believe, Betelgeuse up there, and the star Sirius in Canis Major. Beautiful night, kind of hazy, a few clouds, but otherwise not doing too bad. Got some events coming up into the next several days. Isolated chances tomorrow becoming more widespread into the weekend, and that's where we see the bulk of the chances of showers and thunderstorms. More hit or miss potential into next week. Here's the thing that happens. As we get into next week, we're going toward the end of the school year. Testing is pretty much over with, so there's going to be a lot of outdoor field day events, a lot of get the students out and some fresh air and have some fun after the work of the school year. So into this next week, if you're a teacher, if you're an administrator, keep it tuned to News 12. And if you have a lightning detector app or a website you can keep an eye on, if you can see lightning or hear thunder, wrap it up, get everybody back indoors. If you can see it, if you can hear it, that means you're within range of getting struck by lightning. So please consider that for safety. For the weekend, Saturday, May 4th, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Looking at more widespread thunderstorms there. Better potential of showers and thunderstorms on Cinco de Mayo on Sunday, and again on Monday. A good potential of some thunderstorms there. Hit or miss potential through the rest of this next week. Not great news for outdoor activities. Also very warm between those thunderstorms. Temperatures by next week, if this forecast holds, we may be pushing into the upper 80s, the high 80s to the low 90s. Very close to that coming up by peak of the week next week. Also, next week is on Thursday, just throwing it out there, National Butterscotch Brownie Day. Love throwing these holidays in just to see what's coming up. It is also National Miniature Golf Day, so difficult to say right now if that's going to be a good opportunity to get out and get the golf ball into the clown's mouth. So we'll see how well that goes. I don't know of any putt-putt courses around here or anything like that, so if anybody knows about that, I'd love to play one of those courses. I'm not a big golf fan. I can caddy with the best of them, but I'm just not that good at golf. Honestly, never have been. So if you play golf, great. Welcome to it. Glad that you enjoy it, but unfortunately it's just not my thing and never really has been. So nice to be able to see other people out there and enjoying it. All right, let's take a look at a couple of things here. Let's go to our friend in roofing, Whoops, that is Tumblr. We do not want that. Oh, and here's what's happening. Let me take a look at this right here. We've got, craft out on the water. That's going to be neat to be able to see. Lake Chickamauga picking up some late night boating going on. So neat to be able to see that. Beautiful night, kind of quiet out there, making a few waves, but no problem with visibility for right now. Okay, my nimble fingers, I think, can get this taken care of. According to the National Park Service, the four worst polluted states, four worst national parks that are polluted are all in which state? And that's a very interesting question to have. A lot of people said Florida. 59% of you said Florida. 8% of you said Washington State. 33% said California, and no votes for Wyoming whatsoever. The correct answer is actually California. Sequoia and Kings, Joshua Tree, Mojave, and Yosemite are some of the worst polluted parks in the national park system. So that very close on that answer in a way. Wrong coastline, because it's actually California, which came in second place for the vote. If you'd like to see what the next poll question is, please go to wdef.com/vote now. Use the handy dandy QR code on your screen to vote. And of course, we'll have more questions coming up. Got a whole bunch of them lined up for most of the rest of the month of May. So hopefully enjoying that. And again, big thanks to our sponsor, friendinroofing.com. Thank you very much for being a sponsor with News 12. Really appreciate to see all of our sponsors helping out. And really appreciate everybody out there who is a sponsor, including EPB on the Fiber Optics WeatherCam network. Thank you very much for being our sponsors. Plural out there. We couldn't do this job without you, so thank you very much. Our weather picture of the day, didn't know if it was sunrise or sunset. And to be completely honest, it technically really doesn't matter because it is a beautiful view from Ringgold. Thank you very much, News 12 viewer Charles Rhodes, for an excellent shot. Love those color combinations out there, those light pastel colors you get at sunrise or sunset. That's our Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. If you'd like to get your picture in, please do so. You can send them to our social media pages, drop into the comments section. You can email them to us, or you can go to the website where everybody can submit their pictures now, wdef.com/photos. You can both submit your pictures there and see what everybody else has been sending in as pictures. We'd really love to see what you're seeing out there, so please send that in to us. Almanac page, don't want to leave without that. 87 the high, came within 5 degrees of a record high temperature today, well above our normal for 78, almost a category warmer. 58 the low, that was decently close at about 55, and a record low that hasn't been broken since 1963. Very dry right now. We started a new month. April was behind, so it's a good possibility we finished up on a deficit there. We're now over 2.5 inches behind on rain for the year. Drought situation is not terrible, but it is still very dry across much of the area. And until we get some clearer conditions out there, until we get a good system to sweep on through, we actually did have, and still do, right about 10 o'clock, some not poor, but certainly not great air quality, leaning toward unhealthy in around the area of Hamilton County and right around southern Hamilton County into northwest Georgia. That's where we're seeing, again, less in the way of good quality conditions out there. We do still see, and on the VEERS system, the title there, each red dot indicates a new wildfire detected by satellites in orbit. So this is giving us the potential of more wildfire smoke, that with a stagnant atmosphere, that smoke just sits in place. Sometimes it's blocked by the topography, and sometimes, again, the high pressure keeping things quiet just holds that stuff down toward the surface. So until we get a system that's going to give us some good amounts of rain, it's doubtful we're going to see anything in the way of major amounts of clear skies coming our way. So that would be nice. but not happening again anytime soon. Please join me on my social media pages, assuming I'm ever going to get back on Facebook. You can join me there. I'm also on YouTube. I'm also on lichess.org, Counter Social, Mastodon, Twitch, Tumblr, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Join me on all those sites. You'll find me out there somewhere. If you'd like to play a round of chess, you can look me up by my ham radio license, KG4GKE, so hit me up for that. Last but not least, the tropics at this time. So far, we are not detecting anything, but the good news is that nothing has happened. The bad news is that the waters of the Atlantic, the Gulf, and the Caribbean are equivalent to what you would find in mid to late July. This is very good conditions for any storm to develop. Now, the next 48 hours, National Hurricane Center not showing anything, so hopefully that's the case and it stays that way. But if you're heading to the Gulf Coast, if you're heading to the East Coast, if you're heading to the Bahamas, anything down around the coastline states, next week, and this is going to be a big thing we're going to be focusing on, yes, we are not close to a coastline. Yes, you may be going to a coastline, and yes, we can get old storms to roll up this direction that are still very powerful. So next week, 2024 Hurricane Preparedness Week, we'll have tons of stuff to talk about, several topics there. If you want to skip my presentation here and go take a look, please do so at NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Go to noaa.gov/hurricane-prep, PREP, and you can watch to see what goes on and get a good amount of information to help you stay safe when it comes to traveling to the coastal areas coming up into the next several days and weeks. We are just about 30 days out, give or take, from hurricane season. So before you go anyplace, now is going to be the time to make certain that you are paying attention to what is going on with the weather out there. So please stay tuned. We'd love to, again, make certain everybody stays safe, and we'll help you do that here at News 12. I got to sign off because we've got recordings coming up in the studio. Andrew Harrison setting up behind me on the desk, and this will be airing coming up later on into the weekend. So stay tuned for that. WDEF.com/weather if you'd like to see more about our website information and get the forecast there. Chip Chapman will be up bright and early tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. to get you your Friday and into the weekend forecast. So stay tuned for more there. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee, USA, planet Earth, Milky Way galaxy. Thanks for joining us for Thursday's Weather Overtime, and stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online.